Hi guys, welcome back to Spice Channel TV. Thank you for always coming out here. If you're joining us for the first time, please kindly subscribe and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. The Nigerian soldiers and the troops deployed by the 152 Battalion of the Nigerian Army for the Operation Hadi Kai in the northeast region have lamented the alleged misuse of power against their rights by their commanding officer, Brigadier General S⁰ldiers. The soldiers, in their cry for urgent intervention by the Chief of Army Staff, Chief of Defense Staff, Theater Commander, and the General Commanding Officer of the 7th Division of the Nigerian Army, lamented acute hunger, saying they are not properly fed. They also lamented the non-payment of their allowances. The soldiers lamented that they are not given good food and enough food, and that they eat meat once a month. They buy medicine from public medical vendors due to poor medication, and resort to giving bribes to get welfare passes to get out of the bush and see their families. A source in the army said that they are being recognized as soldiers with loyalty, obedience, discipline, dedication, and service. They are soldiers who are ready to protect their beloved country by all costs, even in the valley of death. Even till date, the soldiers are sacrificing every day for their beloved country. And now they are crying out in pain because of discouragement of their morale and the fighting spirit due to the bad treatment they are facing from their commander. How can a soldier who has spent all his life fighting the enemy, not given good food, to have the strength to stand and fight well? Yes, sometimes in the bush the quality of food doesn't matter, but at least let it be eatable. We can manage it. They are not talking about quality, they are not talking about quantity. If you want to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner at once, you won't be satisfied. But then, in terms of protein, they tend to eat meat once in a month. The soldiers buy medicine due to poor medication. And then these soldiers resort to giving bribes to get welfare passes, to get out of the bush and see their families. The CO, the commanding officer, also failed to pay soldiers pocketing allowance for 2 months, all in the name of wanting to buy equipment. Meanwhile, nothing has been bought to date. Due to lack of maintenance, the soldiers on patrol mostly push the gun truck back to the camp. Delay and failure to pay habit allowances and other units. But they know that they don't have, the freedom of speech and other stuff, because all these things is not something that should be on broadcast on the social media. But that doesn't mean that they won't cry their heart out. It is not easy for their troops down here. It's not easy. And they have pleaded to the Chief of Defense. In fact, they are pleading with the Chief of Defense, the Chief of Army Staff, the Theater Commander, the 7 DIVs, GOC, to look into their condition. And in a similar development, soldiers in the Nigerian military school have lamented non-payment of their instructor allowance for the first quarter of the year, while according to them, their counterparts in other army schools like the Nigerian Depot Army, the Nigerian Defense Academy, the Nigerian Army School of Language, the Nigerian Army College of Education, the Nigerian Army School of Medical Science, and other schools, they've been receiving their allowances. Lamenting their ordeal, one of the soldiers had told news reporters that the Nigerian army has become an organization where the ant drags the lion. Most non-commissioned officers doesn't have anything to say. They said that according to the ideal standard of the Nigerian army, any personnel who is attending a training school is entitled to instructor allowance. And according to them, the instructor allowance is usually paid quarterly. And in the army, there are 4 quarters, which are based on 3 months per quarter for the year. Now, they are in August. We finished the first and the second quarter. In fact, they have entered the 3rd quarter. But at this point, the first quarter allowances are being paid to their other counterparts in most training schools, but the Nigerian military school personnel have not received their own allowance till today. The worst problem is that they don't even know who to complain to. They don't even know the reason. They have received a series of unconfirmed reports that the fault is from the commandant of the Nigerian military school. And these soldiers in training schools are not entitled to such allowances. And the little instructor allowances of 75,000 naira after 3 months cannot be paid. And most of the personnel in the Nigerian military school couldn't even pay their children's school fees because all their hope was on the AI. That's the instructor allowance. With the reality of the high cost of living, soldiers are really suffering across the country. Their salary is not enough. How can the average Nigerian with a wife and 2 kids survive with that kind of money? How can they survive? Now they've used this opportunity. They've cried out for intervention from the Chief of Army Staff, the Chief of Defense, to come to their aid. How long will they continue? It seems that they are being maltreated because they risk their life on a daily basis to protect this country, yet their welfare is not taken care of. They are not giving good food, they are not giving allowances. So my country people, what are your thoughts concerning this? I really feel that the federal government needs to do the needful about this issue. They need to look into this issue now before it gets out of hands. So guys, I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comment section. Thank you. Bye for now.